Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to solve another lead code problem statement, that is insert, delete, get random. This is problem statement 380. It's of medium category problem statement of lead code. So here you have given three things. The first thing is like you have insert method, then you have delete method, and then you have get random method. So you have to insert the elements, you have to remove the elements, as you have to get the elements. So when you are doing insertion, you have to first check whether the element is already present or not. If it is already present, then we don't have to insert it. We just have to simply return a Boolean false. If it is not present in the given set, then you just have to insert it and you have to return it true. Similarly, when you are trying to delete it, then the first thing what you have to check whether the element is present or not. If it is there, then only you have to delete it, or else you just have to return it false. Get random means randomly you have to pick a given index and you have to return the value. So for this in Java we can use a random class. Okay. Now we'll see what approach we will follow in order to solve this kind of problem statement. So let me quickly jump to the board and we'll discuss about it. So here you can see we have given an array and index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's say what will happen if we will use array list as a data structure. So in array list, when you have to perform insertion, that time it takes O of 1 time complexity. Similarly, when you have to get the value with in array list, so again it's an index space, so directly you can jump to any index and you can fetch the value. So that also it takes O of 1 time complexity. In case of deletion, right, if I have to delete this element, so what will happen? Many shift operation will take place. So here the time complexity is O of n. Now the best thing is like the last element, if you are trying to delete in array list, right, this takes as a O of 1 time complexity because we don't have to perform any shift operation, right? This is all about array list. Now let's talk about hash map. So in hash map, when you are trying to insert an element, so it will take O of 1 time complexity. When you're trying to delete an element in hash map, that also take O of 1 time complexity. In order to get the elements in hash map, so it takes O of n time complexity because here we don't have any index based approach. So it will take O of n time complexity. In order to solve this problem statement, we are going to use both array list and hash map. So now what is the use of hash map? In hash map, we will just store the key value pair, and where the key will be the element of the array and value will be index. Similarly 5, 1 and so on. If I have to delete, let's say 5, right? So what I will do, I will simply swap it with the last element. It means 1 will come at this position, 5 will come at this position, and at last we will delete this one. Okay, let me quickly jump to the Leetcode and we'll write a code for the same. So the first thing which we need is list, right? In list we need array list. So it will be of integer type. So let me quickly declare it. I'm giving the name as the list itself. The another thing which we need is hash map. That is also of integer as a key, and value will also be of integer type. And the name I'm giving is map. Another thing which we were talking about was a random. So why we need it? In order to get the random value. So for that I'm just declaring it random. And after doing all these things, this list, map and these things are present in which package? It's in util package. So what I will do, I will just simply write like java.util, and what we are going to do, we are just going to fetch everything like star. Okay, the first thing what will happen, they will call the constructor. So when the constructor will be called, at that time we will initialize our list and map value. So let me quickly initialize this one. So list will be new array list and map will be new hash map. Okay. After doing all these things, the first activity which we have to do is insert. While doing insertion, the first thing we have to check whether if the map contains, the particular key, it means we don't have to insert anything. Simply we just have to return false as a value. Here the return type is Boolean, so we are returning false. If it is not present, it means you have to insert it. So when you will insert it, okay, now you have to insert the value in map. So map dot put. So we are going to insert this at index. So initially the size of the list will be 0. So at 0th position, we are going to add one element. And after that, what we will do? Simply we just have to add this value in list as well. After doing all sort of activity, what you have to do? You just have to simply return the value as true. Now we have to delete it. As we discussed, before we delete anything, first we have to check whether the element is present or not. So if map does not contain that particular value, then what we will do? We will simply return the value as false. Okay. So here, same thing I'm doing, I'm just returning false. Or else, we have to perform three activity. First is find the index and last element. Okay. After finding the things, what you have to do? You just have to swap it, and post then you just have to remove it. So first thing what we will do? We just have to find the index. How we will find the index? We have to use map.get, and we are storing key value, right? So from there we will get the index value. Now you have to find the last element. So last element, how we will find it? So let's say list.get and list.size -1. This will give you the last element. After this, what we have to do? We just have to swap it. So in list, I'm just putting this set, and using the set method at this index, I'm putting the last element. And similarly, you will have map. In map, what we are doing, we are putting the element as a key. So the last element will become here your key, and index will become your value. After doing all these activity, we have to remove it. So when you are removing it, so it will be map.remove, and you just simply have to pass the value. Also, you have to remove it from the list, right? So list.remove. So you have to remove it from last, then only it will delete the data in O of 1 time complexity. So for that, it will be list dot size -1. So from here, we are just going to delete it. And after performing all sort of activity, again, you have to return Boolean as a true. GetRandom, we have already created a random class object. So now what we have to do? We have to find the index randomly. So for that, we have a method in random class that is next int. So here we will pass list.size. Now how it will work? It will include 0 and it will exclude the list size. For an example, if the size of the list is 6, so it will exclude the 6 value. It will covers from 0 to 5. That will be the range. And from using that index from the list, we can easily get the value. And at the end, we just have to return it. So let me quickly execute this code and we'll see whether it's working properly or not. So here we have a typo. So let me quickly fix it. It's a integer. Okay. One more typo. It's contains. Okay, perfect. And let me execute it again. Okay, it accepted the test cases. So let me submit this solution. Okay, all the 21 test cases passed successfully. So this is the approach we have to follow in order to solve the problem statement 380, insert, delete, and get random. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, do subscribe the channel.